Hi guys, I'm Marc from Tubefilter, and this is our weekly video blog of online video news worth knowing. Let's get to it. Okay, before we really start this week, some clarity on the pronunciation of my last name, because some people are still confused by it. So it breaks down like this, 3 syllables, Hustvedt. Easy. Okay, on to the news. Did everyone see Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Well, I think they had it all wrong. It's not apes that are rapidly advancing their intelligence to the point of surpassing humans, it's parrots. Einstein, the talking Texan parrot, is a 14-year-old African gray parrot with a fiendishly addictive YouTube channel, recently picking up steam in the past 2 months with 17 new videos. For now, the channel sits at 6,700 subscribers with 7.8 million views, but I'm gonna bet this jumps up soon. Einstein, who is not to be confused with the other Einstein who is on Animal Planet, is in an elite league of supercognitive talking parrots, some of which are also on YouTube, like Sparky in England and BB, who can actually recognize colors and shapes. These birds aren't just imitating or regurgitating stock English expressions, they're actually demonstrating advanced communication and comprehension skills. Look at you! Just a thought, but if mastery of language is a measure of cognitive abilities and intelligence, then Einstein the parrot and his ilk are smarter than any other animals we let into the house. When's the last time your dog ever asked you what you're doing?
What doing?
I'm taking your pictures.
DeFranco launched a new channel this week called Stuff Phil Likes, adding a 4th major channel to his stable of heavyweights, The DeFranco Show, The Vlogity, and Like Totally Awesome. The cool part is he's using the new channel to curate interesting videos Phil likes without having to sit through a whole clip show wrapped around them. Just pure video vita. Okay, I'm obliged to put out the addictive Tumblr Warning here, so if you're all into YouTube and its cadre of colorful personalities and characters, be warned. A relatively new Tumblr blog called YouTuber Confessions is pulling at the heartstrings of many a YouTuber, with anonymous confessions of love from fans, like this one. And even one for those of us still wishing for another Lonely Girl 15. In all the touching outpouring of condolences on the somewhat surprise resignation of Steve Jobs as Apple's CEO, there was also the news late in the week that Apple quietly removed the TV rentals option from iTunes. This of course leads us back to the ongoing parlor game about which mega company is going to buy Hulu, which has rather openly put itself up on the auction block. Interestingly enough, Steve Jobs is actually Hulu's single largest individual shareholder. Well, how so, you ask? Follow me here for a second. Because of selling Pixar to Disney back in 2006, Steve Jobs became Disney's single largest shareholder with 138 million shares. That's over $5.3 billion worth of the company, or 7.3% of all shares. Now, Disney owns 27% of Hulu, alongside other joint owners Fox, NBCU, now Comcast, and Providence Equity. So in terms of single individual stockholders in Hulu, Jobs is the largest by far. And while the latest news reports have Hulu suitors down to 4, Google, Yahoo, Amazon, and DirecTV, Google of course makes the most sense because it's trying to reboot its Google TV product with some actual premium TV content. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's Apple, not Google, that turns around and makes the leap here and buys Hulu for a cool $2 billion. Whoa, it's August 29th already. That means we're just over a week away from the start of the 2011 NFL season. That also means if you're any bit the fantasy football junkie that I've become, it's time to brush off those lineups and start thinking about draft day. Thankfully, there's no shortage of fantasy football shows to be found on the internet. Some of my top picks: Yahoo's Fantasy Football Live, Stupid for Fantasy Football, and newcomer NFL Rants and Raves.
Tight end for you that we think is hot, Heath Miller of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going around 131. He is solid, and he is becoming Ben Roethlisberger's security blanket.
Now, if I can only keep my YouTuber fantasy league separate from my NFL one, Dwayne-Bow or Dane-Bow? Thanks guys, that's it for this week. I'll see you next Monday. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and read Tubefilter every single day you're alive. And now, something to show your mother.
Oh, watch this. I call this move the Spasmarasmataz. And look at this little flip thing he does right here. Whoa, that squirrel is nuts.
Subscribe to Tubefilter.